So let's clear up and debunk the rumor of the Marys to determine which Mary is which Mary. You have in historical context people saying that the Virgin Mary is not Mary Magdalene. However, I have found evidence within scripture that dictates that yes, the woman who was immaculately impregnated by God is actually Mary Magdalene. Okay, so let's unpack the Marys. The first scripture that I like to point out is John chapter 19, verse 25, where it's talking about Mary, the wife of Cleophas, and Mary Magdalene being at the tomb. And it says, now there stood by the cross of Jesus his mother and his mother's sister, Mary, the wife of Cleophas, and Mary Magdalene. Now, why would this be talking about four Marys is beyond me. But when you Google this, they're basically saying, oh, these are four different types of Marys. So you're telling me that there were four different Marys here? I do not think so. If you're reading this in the context by which it is stated, it appears to be an elaboration onto the fact that they're saying Jesus's mother and his mother's sister, who is Mary, the wife of Cleophas, and Mary Magdalene, basically saying that these two women, or these two Marys that were here, Mary Magdalene is Mary, the wife of Cleophas's sister. If you read Mark chapter 15, verses 47, it's talking about them coming to bring fine linen to the tomb of Jesus, right? And it's talking about in verse 47, it says, and Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of Joseph, beheld where he was laid. So here we have another doubling down of these two Marys that are at the tomb coming to bring fine linen, and they're beholding where Jesus is laid, right? Who is the mother of Joseph? Let's go into that. Now in Mark chapter 13, verse 55, it states, is not this the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary, and his brethren James and Joseph and Simon and Judas? Okay, so here you have a doubling down that Joseph is his brother and his mother's name is Mary. Who is Joseph's mother? Matthew chapter 27, verse 54 says, now when the centurion and they that were with him watching Jesus saw the earthquake and those things that were done, they feared greatly, saying, truly this was the Son of God. And many women were there beholding afar off, which followed Jesus from Galilee, ministering unto him, among which were Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of James and Joseph, and the mother of Zebedee's children. So here you have a doubling down that Mary of Cleophas is the mother of Jesus Christ. Now, according to these scriptures, it's basically stating that Mary of Cleophas is Jesus's mother, who is the mother of also James and Joseph, and Mary Magdalene is Mary of Cleophas's sister, right? Now, who is the Virgin Mary? Let's get into that according to references that are existing online of who the Virgin Mary actually is. According to Google, Mary of Cleophas is traditionally believed to be the sister-in-law of the Virgin Mary. According to early Christian sources, Cleophas or Clophas was the brother of Joseph, making his wife, Mary of Cleophas, the Virgin Mary's sister-in-law. So here you have both the scripture reference to